What's up guys, today I have a Warlock Strand build using the Cenataph mask to constantly reload our trace rifle and mark targets for our allies to create virtually unlimited heavy ammo. The new Navigator Exotic Trace rifle from Ghost of the Deep Dungeon is what we're going to be using in this build, but don't worry if you don't have it because it can be swapped out for another weapon. This build is an ammo generating king for your team. Because of the Cenataph mask, you can also dish out crazy amounts of damage while maintaining fantastic ad control. For this build, we'll be utilizing the woven mail buff, and we'll have that up almost 100% of the time, as well as unraveling round needles flying all over the battlefield. So let's take a look at the subclass and how on earth this build actually works. So getting into our Brood Weaver subclass, we want to make sure we have the shackle grenade. This will let us suspend everything in sight. For the aspects, we're running mind spun invocation, so we can eat our shackle grenade to create shackle explosions, giving us some insane ad control. Our other aspect is the brand new aspect added this season, and that's the Wanderer, which will make our tangles sticky and suspend targets when they explode. This just gives us a little more suspend capabilities even after we've eaten our grenade. Now, onto our fragments. Our first fragment is the Thread of Continuity, and this will increase the duration of our suspend and unravel effects. Next, we have the Thread of Generation. This will give us grenade energy back when we deal damage, helping us keep our Mind Spun Invocation bonus up as often as possible, allowing us to keep suspending enemies almost all the time. Next, we have Thread of Warding, which will give us Woven Mail whenever we pick up an Orb of Power. Woven Mail will have more bonuses, and I'll explain that later in the video. And finally, we have Thread of Transmutation. While you have Woven Mail active, your Strand weapon final blows create tangles. Now, why is Woven Mail so important? Well, let's take a look at the artifact this season to explain. On our artifact, you're going to want these two perks. Number one is Improved Unraveling. This will make our unraveling rounds deal more damage. And number two, Strand Soldier. This will grant your Strand weapons unraveling rounds when you have Woven Mail. This will let us deal insane amounts of damage without much extra effort, and Woven Mail will be refreshed to 10 seconds every time you pick up an Orb of Power thanks to Thread of Warding. Okay, now that the perks and subclass is out of the way, let's take a look at what mods we'll be using to finish off this build. On our Cenataph mask, we're running Strand Siphon to create Orbs of Power so we can trigger Thread of Warding, and Special Ammo Finder just to help out with ammo, but you are more than welcome to swap this off if you don't have any ammo issues. On our arms, we're running Heavy Handed so our melee final blows create Orbs of Power, and Fastball so we can throw our shackle grenades just a little bit further. On our chest, we're running Double Strand Reserves and Charged Up for more armor charges. On our boots, we're running Triple Strand Weapon Surge, and this will give our Navigator a bit of added damage. And on the class item, we're running Time Dilation, so our armor charge does last a little bit longer. And that's all for the build. It's a super simple build. You just need to acquire the Navigator Exotic Trace Rifle. But if you don't have that weapon, don't fret. I do have a replacement. You can use the Quicksilver Storm Exotic Auto Rifle, and then instead of the Cenataph mask, you can use another exotic such as the Swarmer's Verity's Brow or the Battle Harmony. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you drop a like or even a cheeky sub. If you'd like to connect with me, my Twitter, Twitch, and Discord are all in the description below. Until next time, happy unraveling, Guardian.